Those are the sights and sounds of hundreds of Southern Oregonians protesting the Trump presidency. We'll share that scene from Medford.
And new developments in the lawsuit filed against the city of Grants Pass. What you need to know about the next steps.
And we'll be dodging more showers over the next couple of days. I'll have details on snow levels and additional rain and snow amounts coming up in just a bit.
Live, local, late breaking. This is NewsWatch 12 at 5.
As we prepare for President Trump to give his address to Congress today, massive protests took place throughout the country, including right here in Medford, drawing in protesters from across the region. Thank you for joining us for NewsWatch 12 at 5. I'm Haley Gravitt.
And I'm Tim Quidadamo. NewsWatch 12's Rocky Walker spoke to protesters today at the scene.
Organizers estimate about 500 people came to downtown Medford today, marching through the plaza, protesting the Trump presidency. Hundreds came to downtown Medford to protest the Trump presidency.
We're protesting against Trump and fighting for our democracy and the Constitution.
Bringing crowds from throughout the Rogue Valley, protesting the current administration for policies and ideologies of the cabinet.
His priorities are so misplaced, worrying more about undocumented immigrants than about whether our homes burn down from fossil fuels.
Many saying they're fighting for the community as well as themselves with Trump's proposed cuts to social support services.
So afraid I'm going to end up homeless on the street if he takes away my housing support. So I'm here for not just me, but everyone who's vulnerable.
As well as the role of Elon Musk and foreign influence in the government.
He's selling out our government to the highest bidder and taking away American influence, which creates a power vacuum that's going to inevitably be filled by Russia or China.
The end goal?
What we want to come across is that our elected officials know that we are holding them accountable. Their oaths, the Constitution, it has to be protected.
Reporting in Medford, I'm Rocky Walker.
And President Trump is delivering an address to Congress tonight at 6 p.m., which you can watch right here on NewsWatch 12 after World News. At the same time as that address, Oregon U.S. Senator Ron Wyden is co-hosting a virtual town hall. Wyden will answer Oregonians' questions and listen to ideas and views shared ahead of that meeting. A link to that live stream can be found on our website, kdrb.com.
And Oregon U.S. Senator Jeff Merkley is also hosting a live forum following President Trump's address to Congress. It will be both live on Facebook and YouTube for all Oregonians to attend. A link to join that live stream can also be found on that website. The tentative start time is 7:45, but depends on the length of the speech.
Some rain and some shine today. We saw some beautiful rainbows in our region, and Matt is telling us that it's looking a little bit like spring for us,
As
or
we
was.
Get towards the weekend, yeah, we're going to see a little bit of a warm up. We're going to get rid of this kind of showery weather pattern we've been seeing over the last couple of days. Take a look at the satellite and radar imagery. We are tracking some rain and snow showers in the region, mostly along and west of the Cascades. Temperatures today pretty pleasant overall. We're sitting at 56 degrees in Medford, 47 in Klamath Falls, 52 in Montague, fairly seasonal, but the next couple days will actually be a bit cooler as some colder air moves into the region, and we're going to keep the chances for rain and higher elevation snow showers going. A little bit of a breeze out there in spots, especially over on the east side and for parts of Siskiyou County. Winds will relax tonight. May see another shower or two for some inland areas, but definitely less widespread shower activity overnight, down to 38 in Medford, 28 in Klamath Falls. Snow levels drop to about 3,500 feet by morning. But as we go through the day tomorrow, we do expect the coverage of rain and higher elevation snow showers to increase. Snow levels will get up to about 4,500 feet, up to 44 tomorrow for a high in Klamath Falls, only 53 degrees in Medford. And then snow levels look to lower a bit more significantly into tomorrow night on into Thursday. That can make for some slippery travel in our higher elevations, especially above 3,000 feet. I'll have more details on the snow levels and additional rain and snow amounts coming up in just a bit.
Onto a crime alert tonight. The Grants Pass Police Department are investigating a shooting that left one man with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say they received multiple calls around 2 a.m. yesterday reporting a man had been shot. They responded to the scene where the person responsible for the assault was not located. The victim was transported for medical attention. Police say there is no known threat to the public and the incident is being investigated. More details can be found on our website.
A two-vehicle wreck in Klamath County left both involved drivers dead. The wreck happened early Monday morning when a car crossed the center line and struck another vehicle head-on. Both Derek Ford and Amy Wilson were pronounced dead at the scene. The highway was impacted for 3 hours during the on-scene investigation.
And the Eagle Point Police Department, along with other local law enforcement agencies, are teaming up for Speed Awareness Month with the partnership from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Grant funding will be used to have more officers on the road to watch out for speeders. Be sure to pay attention to those posted speed limits, especially within school zones. And we are continuing our coverage of the lawsuit against the city of Grants Pass. Disability Rights Oregon's motion to extend the temporary restraining order has been extended through March 9th. A preliminary injunction has been requested, which asks the city to wait until the lawsuit is settled to fully add camping sites so they can extend those options. A hearing on the motion for preliminary injunction scheduled for March 25th.
Pacific Power is continuing to upgrade its infrastructure throughout Southern Oregon and Northern California. Today, the power company is working in Selma, Oregon. Back in February, we told you about power line and power pole improvements being made in the Mount Shasta area. Some of the upgrades include fire-resistant poles and covered conductor lines. To learn more about Pacific Power's upgrade, head to our website.
And some fourth graders in Grants Pass spent this afternoon designing pillowcases in a partnership with Teach One to Lead One, a new to Grants Pass program.
Those pillowcases will be deployed to the men and women on duty who are far away from home.
Learn a universal principle called compassion that we talked about last week, and what we want to do is we're going to decorate these pillowcases.
I'm going to say you're my hero. Just gotta find a you.
Teach One to Lead One is an organization that started over 25 years ago, and they go into schools and helped kids to know that they can be leaders of the good, and we teach them universal principles, which are principles that are true for anyone, anywhere, anytime.
Color it in like a heart and make it kind of like a, like a pattern, like blue, pink.
Our object today is to put into practice what they've been learning. So we have pillowcases for each student, and we have stencils and markers, and they're going to decorate their pillowcase individually, and then those pillowcases are going to be sent to military personnel that's been deployed. Give them a little bit of a taste of home and help them maybe not to feel like they're alone wherever they are or away from family, and so we're just trying to do something to help them to feel better. I'm hoping they will take to heart and inside themselves these universal principles. They'll learn compassion. They'll learn what compassion is, and they'll practice it in their home.
I'm going to draw the American flag and then some mountains. And then after that, I'm going to draw up here, you're my hero.
These are just universal principles that we're passing on to these kids, and we want them to learn to be leaders of good things.
Always nice to have a reminder to practice compassion yourselves. And those aren't the only elementary school kids making a difference in our region. Willow Creek elementary students in Montague finished reading the Diary of Anne Frank recently.
Yes, and Catherine Gilbert says that her students were motivated by Anne Frank's legacy and are doing something to honor her.
In loving memory of everybody who died during the Holocaust.
The class is collecting flower seeds.
Anne Frank is remembered for her powerful diary, when she wrote about her life hiding from the Nazis during World War II.
Anne Frank is a good way for kids to learn about how bad and how kids suffered in the Holocaust.
And we should really think about how Anne Frank suffered.
Anne's story gives a human face to the tragedy, showing the emotional side of what millions went through Her legacy is being remembered by the 6th through 8th grade students at Willow Creek Elementary School who are planting a garden in her honor.
You know, it's a good way to learn a lot of stuff. I decided to write letters to my neighbors on how my school is doing a fundraiser.
We're planting the flower seeds for the people that died in the Holocaust.
If you'd like to add seeds to their garden, you can send them by March 14th.
She's a really sweet girl and should be remembered.
Kindness and compassion is all around. And tonight, the Medford Landmarks and Historic Preservation Commission is reviewing the proposal for a 900 square foot mural in downtown. If approved, a mural of maroon tones and pink flowers will be painted on the entire north wall of Rogue Gallery. That meeting will begin at 5:30.